Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Ken Clark, semiprivatepractice.com. If this is helpful, give us a follow or subscribe. We are talking LLCs versus S Corps. I know this is a hotly debated question. People ask about it all the time in the Facebook groups where therapists hang out. So I'm going to give you a quick crash course in this. First and foremost, LLCs and S Corps are not mutually exclusive. In other words, you don't pick one or the other typically. The LLC is something you do at a state level. It's how the state sees your business from a liability point of view, limited liability company. The S Corp or subchapter S Corp election is something that occurs at a federal level that applies to your LLC, an already existing LLC, and it impacts how the IRS sees you from a tax point of view. It offers some favorable tax treatment for a private practice owner, but you need to have a consistently high income. If you only have one high income year, this is not worth it. If you're only bringing in $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, it's not worth it. This really makes sense for a private practice where the owner is making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 or more. Here's the wrinkle on the tax stuff. The S Corp allows you to pay yourself a reasonable salary, so not $20,000 for running a full-time business, $75,000, $100,000, $125,000, whatever it is. They allow you to pay yourself a reasonable salary and treat everything else as a dividend from the business, which allows you to avoid some self-employment taxes on that additional amount. So if you're just an LLC and you make $200,000 profit, that whole $200,000 could be subject to a higher level of taxation. If you're an S Corp and you pay yourself $100,000 and take $100,000 as a dividend, not an owner's distribution, but a dividend, then that extra $100,000 receives some favorable tax treatment. Now, does that mean everybody should run out and do this? Number one, if you're not consistently putting up six-figure numbers, I don't think I would even bother asking your accountant about this. Number two, it does cost money, probably $1,000 to $2,000 to initially file this, and you have to file a separate S Corp tax return every year, which is going to cost you $1,000 to $2,000. So you need to be saving multiple $1,000, $5, 10, 15 even, to have this make sense. But if you are in that $100,000 plus range, consistently profitable, at that level, it's definitely something you should go ask your accountant about. But again, let me remind you, at your core, you're not picking between an LLC and an S Corp. If you're an LLC, you can elect an S Corp as a way of saving some taxes. Hope that's helpful. Leave questions and comments in the chat.